10 subtle body language signals that she's quietly craving your attention. Psychology tricks, nothing gives a woman away faster than the things she doesn't say. She might play it cool, keep her words guarded and act like you're just another guy in the room, but her body will always tell on her the way she looks at you. A second too long adjusts her posture when you walk by, or absent-mindedly plays with her hair around you. Those aren't random, those are quiet signals of interest. Most men never learn to read, as the old saying goes. The biggest things in life are often whispered, not announced. Attraction works the same way. Women rarely come out and say, "I want you." Instead, they communicate it in subtle, layered ways, especially with their body language. And this is exactly where so many men go wrong. They brush it off as friendliness. They assume she's just being polite. They miss the green lights. She's practically shining in their direction. But here on the Stoic path, we don't move blindly. We observe, we decode. You're not here to guess. You're here to understand the psychology behind her movements, the hidden intent behind the way she positions herself, looks at you and reacts to your presence. Today, we're going straight into the unfiltered truth about female desire, the kind of truth most men will never hear in their lifetime. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 subtle body language signals that reveal she's not just attracted to you. She's quietly craving your attention. These signals are easy to overlook if you don't know what to watch for, but once you do, you'll never miss it again. As we go deeper, you'll start recognizing patterns in the way women behave around you. Patterns that show you exactly when her interest is casual and when it's something much more intense. Stay sharp by the end of this. The way you read women will never be the same. Sign 1. Lingering touches and intimate gestures. This is where most men miss the signal, especially if they don't see themselves as a high-value man. Don't make the rookie mistake of assuming her touch is just politeness. Be sharper, be attentive. Women don't casually make physical contact when they feel nothing that is the truth. And you must understand it if you want to attract women with genuine confidence and masculine energy. When her hand rests on your arm just a second longer than needed, when her fingertips brush your lower back as she walks past, when her fingers graze your hand and she doesn't pull away too fast. That's not random. That's not accidental. That's her body speaking a language her lips won't dare to verbalize. Yet, it's subtle, strategic, and oh so deliberate. A woman may play shy with her words, but her body is bold, honest, and profoundly expressive. Don't overthink it. Don't ignore it. A woman won't intentionally initiate touch with a man she isn't comfortable with. More importantly, she won't linger on your skin unless she wants you to feel. It touches her test. She's silently asking, "Are you the kind of high-value man who notices the details? Do you have the masculine energy to match my interest?" It's attraction disguised as accident. It's curiosity blended with desire. It's her way of stepping closer without fully stepping in. That is psychology in motion. And here's the deeper layer. Those touches aren't merely about physical closeness. They're about emotional trust and safety. Women use physical proximity as a tool of connection. If she leans in during conversation, if her shoulder brushes yours when she laughs, if her knees face you instead of the room, she's not just being friendly, she's aligning with your energy, syncing her rhythm with yours. It's the body's natural way of saying, "I'm comfortable, I feel warmth, I want more." This is where the high-value man separates himself from the average one. Don't freeze, don't shrink. Respond with calm, grounded confidence. Hold, eye contact, mirror. Her posture, lower your voice slightly. That is how masculine energy responds. Steady, composed, present. You must understand that every subtle touch is a micro-invitation, a quiet challenge, a test of whether you can sense her unspoken cues without needing confirmation. If you ignore it, She won't repeat it. If you recognize it and handle it with quiet confidence, she'll lean in even more. That's how you attract women, not by chasing, but by noticing. A lingering touch is not just a physical act. It's a whisper wrapped in skin saying, I hope you're paying attention. And if you truly want to embody masculine energy, pay attention. That is how everything begins. Sign 2. Unusually close proximity. The quiet pull of desire. Men often get this one completely wrong. A woman stands beside them when there's plenty of space around. And what do? They shuffle away, like she's invading territory. Don't do that. Don't mistake closeness for awkwardness. That is the first error most men commit when it comes to female psychology. When a woman steps into your personal space, that is strategy, not accident. She's not clumsy, she's not lost, she's testing you. Using one of the oldest psychology tricks in the book, proximity equals attraction. Always, if she leans in when she talks, if she sits close enough that her knee touches yours, if you can feel her warmth as she stands near you in a crowded place. And yet, there are 10 open seats around. That's not coincidence. That's intention, you must understand. Women don't casually reduce the space between bodies. They close the distance only when they want you to feel something. It's one of the clearest signals in female psychology, and yet so many men fail to see it until it's too late. Think of it this way, she's creating a private bubble, a little invisible world where it's just you and her. No matter how many people are in the room, that is seduction done silently. That is how to fall in love without saying a word. She's saying, I want you to notice me. I want you to feel me. Men often think closeness is aggression. No, it's permission, it's trust, it's curiosity, wrapped in perfume. Here's a core principle. Women avoid physical closeness with men they don't desire. That is the rule in female psychology. They don't lean toward the man they're indifferent to. They don't stand beside the one they have no interest in. If she keeps finding reasons to be nearby, reaching near you to grab something, walking beside you when she could have walked ahead, staying behind when others leave. It's her subtle version of come closer, and you must respect that signal. You don't need to pounce. Just be calm, be grounded, and let your presence speak louder than any move you make. These psychology tricks work because women are masters of emotional stealth. They communicate with distance, silence, body angle, breath. That is power. That is how to fall in love without uttering a single phrase. When her proximity grows closer, your awareness must rise higher. Don't panic. Don't back off. Lean in slightly, lower your voice, slow down your speech. These are signals of confidence, and nothing draws a woman closer than composed masculine poise. So ask yourself, have you ever looked back on a moment and thought, wait, she sat closer than she needed to. She stood beside me when she could have stood anywhere else. If yes, now you understand what she was really trying to do. She wasn't invading your space. She was inviting you into hers. And that is one of the most irresistible psychology tricks behind female psychology, and how to fall in love without ever speaking. The words stay sharp because sign 3 is even more powerful, and most men never see it coming until it's far too late. When she moves closer, don't step back. Step into awareness. That is the difference between guessing and understanding female intention. If you're ready to see through subtle signals and never misread proximity again, comment this right now. I notice the signs and I move with confidence. Drop that line below, hit subscribe, and remember, distance hides desire, but closeness tells the truth. Sign 3, frequent play with hair or neck. Frequent play with her hair or neck is not a coincidence, not a fidget, not a nervous tick. It's body language speaking louder than words, and if you're a man over 35 still missing the signal, it's time to sharpen your perception and develop an iron mind. When she runs her fingers slowly through her hair, flips it to the side, or delicately tucks it behind her ear while facing you. She's not grooming herself. She's broadcasting attraction when her hand brushes the back of her neck, grazes her collarbone, or exposes the soft side of her neck. Understand this, she is not uncomfortable. She is comfortable with you. The neck is one of the most intimate and vulnerable areas of the body, and when a woman exposes it in front of you, it is a quiet invitation, a permission slip, a door opening. Psychologists call it pining behavior. Subconscious signaling that she wants to be seen. As Marcus Aurelius said, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. The key is awareness. Don't ignore the moment. Don't dismiss the signs. Don't let insecurity blind you. Let's call it what it is. Communication. She wants you to notice her. She wants you to feel her presence. She wants you to sense the feminine energy only a chosen man gets to see. She may not speak it, but her body does. I see you. I feel you do. You recognize me. That is old, Stoic wisdom in action. Observe calmly. Respond decisively. In modern life, men are distracted, overstimulated, glued to screens, numb to nuance. But you must rise above the noise train. Your mind to spot the difference between random movements and intentional signals. Learn to read the silent language, build emotional awareness. The way warriors build discipline, Stoicism win not through force but through presence. As Epictetus declared, only the educated are free educated in what human psychology, subtle cues, confidence under pressure. When you notice these gestures, her hair, her neck, the quiet invitation, you must hold eye contact, keep your frame, and let her know you notice the difference. That is leadership, that is masculine presence, that is mastery of your instincts. Don't chase, attract, don't rush, observe, don't doubt, recognize modern men, lose opportunities, not because women are silent, but because men are blind. Strength is not louder words. Strength is sharper. Awareness, let the signal sink in. She's aware of you. She's attracted to you. She's opening the door in that moment. You must embody calm, power, iron mind, steady demeanor, clarity of intention when she reveals that soft side of her neck. She's not being idle. She's inviting you into her world. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't let the moment slip. Read the sign, feel the energy, respond with confidence. That is how a man wins, with awareness, with direction, and with old Stoic wisdom guiding his every move. Sign 4. Subtle biting or licking of lips. Don't shrug this off as just a habit. Be sharp, be alert, because this tiny motion can speak louder than anything she says. That is a classic display of sexual tension. Most men miss, but you must train your eye to catch it when a woman gently bites or licks her lips while looking at you. Her body is whispering what her words want. It's instinctive, primal, and tied to intimacy. Women know, even without knowing, that the mouth is linked to sensuality, and when she draws attention to it, she's quietly testing your masculine energy, seeing if you're a high-value man or just another distracted guy scrolling through life. Don't think she's planning it or trying to perform. Often she doesn't even realize she's doing it. Her body reacts first. That's biology at work, and biology never lies. A woman won't lick or bite her lips like that around any man, only the one who sparks attraction. So when her lips get involved, pay attention. That moment might be small, but it's charged. It's desire slipping past her control. It's her body saying, I feel something. She's nervous because she likes you. She's excited because she's imagining more than just talk. Maybe she pictures what your kiss would feel like. Maybe she wonders if your confidence is real. Maybe she's hoping your masculine energy will match hers and ignite something undeniable. A high-value man knows that these signals are not random. They're invitations. Don't overthink it. Don't freeze. Just be present. She's not testing your looks. She's testing your awareness. And awareness is what attracts women far more than cheesy lines or forced charm. When she bites her lip, she's letting you see a glimpse of her inner world. Curiosity, tension, desire, don't stare, don't act shocked, but recognize it with certainty. That is your moment to calmly lead and let your presence do the talking. You must understand this attraction doesn't always announce itself. It leaks through gestures, pauses, silences, eyes, and yes, lips. Women communicate emotionally, physically, subtly. A high-value man reads these signals with ease because he doesn't chase validation. He projects masculine energy and lets her come closer. That is how you attract women without trying too hard. So the next time her lips move, in that slow, subconscious way, don't ignore it. Don't act desperate either. Be steady, be composed, and let your confidence answer her. Silent question, can you handle the tension between us? Remember, her lips may speak before she does, but her eyes reveal the truth every time. And that truth leads directly into sign 5. The one she can't hide even if she wants to. If this opened your eyes, give it a like, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Today, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into attraction, psychology, and mastering masculine presence. You must remind yourself awareness is power and a high value. Man sees what others miss. Comment to interact with the channel. I notice the subtle signs, let them know you're not just watching, you're evolving. Sign 5. Intense eye contact with pupils that speak before she does. Don't ever overlook her eyes. That is the first mistake most men make. They assume eye contact is just a polite gesture, a social habit, a default setting of conversation. But female psychology doesn't operate on surface-level courtesies. It works in layers, signals, and subtle reactions. Pay attention because this is one of the strongest psychology tricks nature ever designed. When a woman looks at you and really looks at you, not blinking, not searching for words, but holding your gaze like it means something that's not politeness, that is attraction unfolding in real time. You must understand this. There is eye contact, and then there is eye contact. One is casual, the other is electric. One says, I hear you, the other quietly whispers, I feel something. A woman's pupils tell the story long before her lips do, when pupils dilate. That's not a coincidence, it's chemistry. It's her body responding to your presence without permission. She cannot control it, she cannot fake it. Biology doesn't lie when she is emotionally stirred or physically intrigued. Her eyes react by trying to take more of you in. That's female psychology in motion. Researchers have long noted that dilated pupils are one of the most reliable signs of desire, and yet most men walk right past this signal as if it were meaningless. Don't let that be. You be different, be aware the longer her gaze holds, the stronger her curiosity grows. That is how attraction begins. Not always with words, not always with touch, but often with just a few unwavering seconds of silence and eye contact. Those seconds are where magnetic energy builds. Think of it like this. Eye contact is nature's earliest version of how to fall in love, long before texting, long before dating apps, long before clever pickup lines. The eyes are the original invitation. A woman who is drawn to you will use them like a doorway opening, just enough to see if you'll step through. These are ancient psychology tricks built into our instincts, signals that bypass logic and run straight to emotion. Don't ignore them. Don't break eye contact too quickly. Let it linger, but don't force it. Be calm, be grounded. That is how you let tension rise. Naturally, the kind that makes her wonder about you when she goes home, the kind that sparks how to fall in love without her even realizing it. Every strong connection begins with a moment like that, a stillness in conversation, a soft pause, her eyes locked on yours just a bit too long. If you see dilated pupils, that's your cue. You don't need magic words, you don't need flashy moves, just presence, confidence, awareness. Let female psychology do its work and let your steady energy answer it. Because when eye contact becomes electricity, you're no longer just talking, you're slowly teaching her how to fall in love one gaze at a time. Sign 6. Exposing her neck or other vulnerable areas. Sign 6 is powerful because it's rooted in ancient biology and old Stoic wisdom. When a woman subtly exposes her neck or other vulnerable areas, tilting her head, brushing her hair aside, opening her body toward you. She's quietly broadcasting a psychology signal older than language itself. It's not weakness, it's feminine strength, it's nature's secret invitation. She's saying, I trust you, I feel safe with you, you have permission to come closer. That's not just flirtation, that is biological strategy, that is stoicism. When in real life, most men never see it. But you must in modern life, crowded bars, busy offices, noisy gyms. Signals are quiet, but intention is loud when you know how to read it. Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. When her energy shifts toward you, when her guard drops, she's already imagined you in her space. Her skin warms, her cheeks flush. She leans in her body, grants access before her words do. Don't ignore it. Don't hesitate. Let your iron mind see what your eyes might miss. Old Stoic wisdom tells us, stillness gives power, silence reveals everything. Pay attention. Most men stumble through life blind because they're distracted, insecure, unsure, but not you. You must decode the atmosphere. You must read energy. You must sense her temperature rising even before she speaks, the most important thing in communication. Said Peter Drucker, is hearing what isn't said. That is your advantage. That is your edge. Her vulnerability is not weakness. It is her confidence, testing yours when she exposes a soft area, her neck, her wrists, her inner arm. It's her way of stepping toward intimacy without saying a single word. Don't misread it. Don't freeze. Let your presence be calm and strong. Let your posture communicate leadership. Let your eyes say, I see you and I understand. She wants safety, not chaos. Direction, not confusion. This is where stoicism, when matters control your impulses, breathe, slow down time and leave the moment. Build an iron mind that notices everything, yet stays composed in modern dating. Women are surrounded by noise, pressure, judgment, which is why clarity is magnetic. When she drops her defenses, you must rise with purpose. Don't rush. Let her feel seen. Let her feel chosen. Celebration is silent at first, but victory begins in the mind. She reveals vulnerability to test. If you are strong enough to hold it, that is her language. That is your opportunity. That is old, Stoic wisdom in motion. So remember this, when her body opens, do not retreat. Let confidence speak before your words do. Let your presence win the moment. Because real attraction is not about chasing, it's about mastering perception, controlling energy and walking through life with an iron mind, ready to read the truth written between the lines. If you've reached this point, you now see what most men never see. The silent invitation hidden in her body language, that awareness is power, that awareness is advantage. So let's turn insight into action. Comment this below to lock it in. I now see the signs and I'm ready to step forward with confidence. Sign 7. Flushed skin or rising body temperature. Don't make the rookie mistake most men make. Overthinking her words while ignoring what her body is practically shouting. Be alert. A woman's skin tells the truth before her mouth does. When her cheeks warm up or turn the tiniest shade of pink, that isn't just nervousness. That is biology throwing up a flag saying something is happening here. Her blood flow increases, her pulse picks up speed, her breathing shifts. She might even sweat a little as if her body is suddenly on its own secret mission. And here's the trap. Most guys miss it because they're too busy trying to come up with the perfect line. Don't do that. Watch instead. Feel instead. Her body reacts before her brain can edit the scene. She might try to seem composed on the outside, but her skin That's the smidge she can hide her words, but never her biology. The truth is, a woman cannot stop her skin from flushing when attraction strikes. It's not learned. It's not performed. It's instinct. Pure chemistry, real arousal, the kind that happens only when a high-value man walks into the room with grounded confidence and controlled masculine energy. You must understand this. Women don't always say they're attracted. They show it. That is why the slightest blush matters, especially when she's laughing at your jokes, a little too hard, looking at you a little too long, or standing close enough to feel your presence. What she won't admit, her skin already confessed in those moments. You are not just a casual acquaintance. Your vibe is messing with her nervous system. Her temperature rises because she feels something. She may not even be ready to acknowledge, but her body already did. That's the power of chemistry. That's how you attract women without trying too hard, by being the calm in the storm. The grounded, high-value man who doesn't chase but invites with presence. So don't assume this is friendliness. Don't mistake it for politeness. Don't tell yourself she's just being nice. Be wiser than that. Be sharper. Her flushed cheeks are not a courtesy. They're a biological spotlight. Something emotional, something physical, something magnetic. That is masculine, energy, working in silence. That is her body saying, I feel safe, and I feel something more. Read it, respect it, react slowly. A woman's skin has no filter, no strategy, no fake smile. It's the most honest part of the conversation, and if you pay attention, it will tell you everything before she ever does. Sign 8, a soft, lowered voice. The hidden seduction. Don't ignore this one. Most men focus on what she says, but a smart man listens to how she says it. A woman's voice is like a secret doorway into her emotional world, and when attraction hits, it starts to quietly shift. That is where psychology tricks begin to reveal themselves, when she speaks with a softer, slower, almost floating tone, as if her words are taking their time. That's not small talk, that is female. Psychology quietly testing the emotional connection. She may not even be aware she's doing it. She simply feels something. So her voice adjusts to match the mood. It's not performance. It's instinct, according to female psychology. A woman naturally lowers her voice when she feels safe. When a man is creating emotional gravity instead of pressure, you must recognize this shift. It's not the same tone she uses with everyone else. It's warmer, smoother, more personal. She pauses more. She leans in slightly. She makes the moment slower because she wants the moment to last. That is intimacy being built in real time. That is how connection begins. That is how to fall in love through subtle emotional resonance. Not loud confessions or flashy words. Picture it. You're talking normally. Then suddenly her tone changes. Her voice drops just a little. She speaks softly enough that only you can hear it. You lean in without even realizing she's just created intimacy with nothing but her voice. That's not manipulation, it's nature. It's one of the oldest psychology tricks in history, an emotional signal that says, I feel something, and I feel it with you. When she does this, don't interrupt. Don't joke it off. Be present, be calm. That is your moment to connect, not perform. Here's the science when a woman feels genuine attraction. Her vocal cords actually relax. That physical relaxation makes the voice softer, but also more inviting. It creates emotional tension, the good kind, the kind that makes her wonder what you're thinking. That is female psychology working at its finest, subtle, delicate, yet incredibly powerful. Her voice is not just communication, it's invitation. And if you're wondering how to fall in love, this is one of the earliest stages, emotional safety before physical desire. She might not touch you yet. She might not confess anything but her voice. It will betray her before her words ever do. You must be sharp enough to notice. You must be confident enough to feel it, rather than overthink it. Because when she lets her voice fall into that softer, seductive tone, she's letting you into a space not everyone gets to enter. That is trust, that is desire, that is rare. And if you think that's subtle, wait until you notice the next sign. Think back for a moment. Has she ever lightly brushed your arm, leaned a little too close, or made a touch seem accidental if it felt electric or confusing or suspiciously unplanned? Prepare yourself. Sign 9 reveals one of the strongest signals of raw attraction, and female psychology won't be able to hide it. Get ready, the next sign might change how you look at every accidental moment from now on. Sign 9. Frequent physical contact or accidental touches. When a woman keeps accidentally touching you, her hand brushing your arm, her knee gently pressing against yours, her foot grazing yours under the table, it's not random, it's not meaningless, and it's definitely not coincidence. It's deliberate, calculated, intentional body language that says more than words ever could. And as Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts, meaning her actions reveal what she truly thinks about you. Modern life has trained too many men to second-guess themselves, to hesitate to look for proof instead of trusting their instincts. But you must learn to read the signs, because subtle physical contact is her way of quietly asking. Do you feel this connection too when she closes the space between you? She is opening the door, testing your awareness, seeing if you carry the iron mind and confidence of a man who understands old Stoic wisdom, who knows that hesitation kills momentum and second-guessing destroys attraction. Don't treat repeated physical contact like casual politeness. That is weak thinking. That is the opposite of Stoicism. When women don't touch men repeatedly unless they feel both safe and drawn to them. So when she lingers a moment too long, when her fingertips glide across your sleeve, or her leg gently rests next to yours, you must stay present. Don't freeze. Don't overthink. Don't act surprised. Just be grounded. Make eye contact. Hold your frame. She is studying your reaction because your reaction tells her everything about your character. Ernest Hemingway said, "Courage is grace under pressure." That is exactly what she is searching for. Not panic, not confusion, but calm strength. That's the test. That's the opportunity in today's fast-paced world, where digital screens dominate and real emotion hides behind emojis. Human touch has become more powerful than ever. It is rare. It is primal. It is emotionally charged. So when it happens, recognize it as your moment to act. Not desperately, not aggressively, but with certainty and presence. Don't ignore it. Don't dismiss it. Let it guide you like old Stoic wisdom, whispering that attraction begins in silence, long before words are spoken. Let it build your confidence. Let it sharpen your awareness. Understand, when she reaches out physically, she is sending a message without speaking. She is saying, "I feel safe with you. I want more of your presence." And if you respond well, calm, nod, genuine, smile, relaxed, body posture. Those touches will become more frequent, more intentional, more revealing. That is how bonds are built. That is how attraction grows. That is the Stoicism when you must learn to master. So stand firm, think clearly, act decisively, don't chase. Hold your ground. Don't stutter. Speak with purpose. Don't doubt, trust the signals. Victory in modern relationships belongs to men who understand nuance, who notice the details, who develop an iron mind that stays aware, confident, controlled. Because attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a soft touch that speaks louder than any words ever could. And when it happens, you must not look away. You must recognize the moment you must rise to meet it. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. That accidental Touch, gentle but intentional, is your opportunity. Now prepare to win. Sign 10. Lingering in the moment or finding excuses to stay close. When a woman lingers in the moment, don't brush it off as politeness. Be sharp enough to catch what's really happening. A high-value man understands that. When she stays close, when she keeps the conversation alive, when she slows down instead of walking away, something powerful is at play. That is her investing in you. And a woman never invests her energy without intention. She's not hovering because she's bored. She's not standing nearby because there's nowhere else to go. She's staying because your presence sparks something inside her. And if you want to attract women effortlessly, you must learn to read that subtle hunger. Don't ignore it. Be bold. A woman finding excuses to stay is like a song playing softly in the background. You'll only hear it if you quiet your doubts and actually listen. She might pretend she's just finishing her drink or waiting for someone or checking her phone, but her feet don't move away from you. Her body chooses proximity. Her eyes keep returning. Her words are slower now, softer, as if she's giving you room to step into your masculine energy and lead the moment forward. That is no coincidence. Women don't linger around men. They don't want. They don't stretch small talk with men who bore them. They don't keep the door open unless they're hoping you walk. Through it, when she slows the pace, she's actually raising the temperature, not with words, but with time. The longer she stays, the clearer it becomes. She's not ready to say goodbye. She wants the moment to breathe. She wants you to notice she's quietly asking. Do you feel this too? And if you want to live as a true high-value man, you must. Don't let the moment collapse. Don't shrink, rise. Women respond, not to guessing games, but to certainty. Be present, be calm. Let your masculine energy carry the conversation with ease. Not rushing, not forcing, but guiding. That is how you attract women without chasing them. Because lingering is not random. It's an invitation. It's her way of testing whether you recognize connection when it stands right in front of you. So pay attention to those extra seconds she gives you. The slight pause before she turns away, the way her shoulder stays angled towards you. Even after she's finished her sentence, these are not accidental gestures. They're signals of desire wrapped in politeness. And if you miss them, the moment vanishes. But if you catch them and respond with confidence, you unlock something deeper. Something every woman secretly craves from a man she respects. Be the one who sees what others ignore. That is the quiet skill of the high-value man, the real power of masculine energy, and ultimately the reason women linger longer than they ever planned. Bonus point. She mirrors your actions. Bonus point. She mirrors your actions. When a woman subtly mirrors your actions, your posture, your tone, even the way you breathe. You must understand this. She's not just paying attention. She's investing energy in psychology. This is called rapport mirroring, and it's one of the strongest indicators of emotional attraction and trust. She aligns herself with your rhythm because instinct drives connection long before logic does. As Carl Jung once said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. That transformation begins with the smallest reflections crossing her arms. When you do, leaning in, when you lean in, or even adjusting her pace to match yours. Do not ignore these signals. Don't underestimate them. They're quiet, but they are fierce. There are evidence that you are not just in her sight. You are slowly entering her mind, and you must train yourself to see them with an iron mind, guided by old Stoic wisdom that teaches awareness, emotional control, and precision of judgment. Do not chase her attention. Instead, Stoicism when teaches you to master your presence, to hold yourself with calm confidence, to let your actions speak before your words. Let her be drawn to your gravity. Let her feel your composure. Women mirror strength, not weakness. They mirror certainty, not hesitation. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. If your thoughts are grounded, controlled and purposeful, your presence will command respect without effort. That is the power of an iron mind in today's world of distractions and superficial signals. Real connection still lives in body language. It hides in the tilt of the head, the timing of a smile, the subtle echo of your movements. Don't just look, observe. Don't just lead. Let your energy be the anchor in the room when she mirrors you. It means she feels safe, syncing with your frequency. And safety is the foundation of desire. You must remember, confidence without noise is lethal. You don't need approval. You need direction. You don't need validation. You need purpose. Let the principles of old Stoic wisdom shape how you stand, how you speak, how you breathe. Hold your frame. Own your choices. Control your reactions. That is what makes a woman take notice. That is what makes her quietly crave your attention. Modern life rewards the man who sees what others ignore. So train your awareness daily. Guard your presence. Walk like a man who carries a mission. Speak like a man who answers to his own code. Think like a man with an iron mind. And when she mirrors your movements, understand this truth. She's not just aligning with your body, she's testing if she can align with your life. That is your moment. Don't stutter, don't falter, lead. That is how Stoicism wins. That is how attraction becomes power. That is how you master your world. Conclusion: 10 subtle body language signals that she's quietly craving your attention. Psychology tricks. Thanks for staying with me until the end of the video. I really appreciate your time. The language of attraction isn't loud, flashy or obvious. Most of the time it's quiet, subtle, almost invisible. But when you learn to read it, everything becomes clear. In psychology, this is called rapport mirroring. And it's one of the strongest indicators of emotional attraction and trust. She's building a bond. She's aligning herself with your rhythm. She's tuning her energy to match yours, whether it's mimicking the way you sit or even the small gestures, like crossing your arms when you do. She's building rapport and showing a strong emotional bond. This final sign ties everything together. If she's mirroring you, it's a clear indication she's completely tuned into your energy, and more importantly, she's very interested in creating a deeper connection. It's the ultimate sign of attraction because it shows she's not just physically drawn to you, she's emotionally engaged, psychologically aligned, and trying to match you both physically and mentally when a woman mirrors you. It means you're not just in her sight, you're in her mind. Here's my sincere advice. Don't chase words. Words can be controlled. Words can hide the truth. Instead, read the signals that can't be faked. Body language, attention, proximity, mirroring her energy. When you start paying attention to these cues, you begin to understand what most men never see: the difference between polite interest and true desire. So if you've started noticing these signs, now type "I see it now" in the comments that tells me you're becoming the kind of man who understands female psychology on a deeper level. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this knowledge. Thanks again for watching. Stay sharp, stay aware, and keep walking the Stoic path. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend.